What's up, guys? It's a Team Solemn Circus here. We got first place at the Halifax Regionals. Kind of nice. We did get the we came here for, which was this. We won last week actually at Moncton or Fredericton, whatever it was. We came back. We got first place, undefeated, only one in the room. So yeah, before we dive into, like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to Max. He's behind the camera, and shout out to Nick as well. Both got first tops ever, so they're gonna be at Nats. Gonna be excited to see that. And yeah, before we dive in, I guess shout out to myself for these tokens. I don't know. The Solemn Squad. So to dive in, this is the exact same list as the last one. So if you guys already seen it, well, you can skip the video.
Let's see it, Coach Pat.
We are playing 3 red dogs. He's the quick effect Clifford. 3 little reds, pops whatever you want. Then you're playing 1 of each. We are actually playing the disaster dog. I guess I should explain. The only thing that really has changed in this deck profile has them in the rarities. We've upped up the rarities. The rarity collection has dropped. Disaster dog's now a secret rare. You still have to play this card. I think this card is still insane. 100% if you're playing a smaller event, if not like 11 rounds, you don't really want to see it. But you can easily slide this out for like going first and stuff like that. Definitely worth it. Crazy in the mirror. That's it for the Unchained monsters. Now we're for the other Unchained. Only 1 card combo in the deck, so you have to play it. If you're playing if you're worried about Tikaboo, you can actually summon out like one of these, or maybe not that one, but like summon out this, and then like this crazy stuff. Summon it up from the hand. I love this card. Ulti best rarity from the rarity collection, by the way. Then for other engines, we are playing this. You still have to play it. You know, another way to pop your traps, and it can put a lot of like pressure against the. If you like have like two of the gates, it puts a lot of pressure against Flu, which I knew was going to be around this meta. So definitely worth playing. Now for the hand traps, I'm still on hand traps because screw the whole thrust package. Thrust is only as good as your deck is, and if I want to be searching, like, I don't want to search on the traps, I don't want to search prosperity, I want to go to search like cards that are like actually going to make a difference in this deck. And the deck, like, I don't want to set a trap. And talents is only good as your extenders, and when you only have 2 extenders in your deck, which are these 2, you know, you only have 2 extenders in your deck and your normal summon, you have to value that extremely well. And like mid-game or drawing them after you actually talents is just super trash. And when I talents draw 2 cards, I don't want to draw into a hand trap. I want to draw something that actually does something. And against, like, there's so many decks right now that are just combo wombo decks, like Vanadium or Rescue Ace, that Thrust doesn't really break the board unless I'm like playing other additional break board cards. So just having like 2 hand traps just feels absolutely free, as well as crazy against like a bunch of the rogue decks. Now for spells, we are on the Abomination Prison, the Prod of Prosperity. This is an Unchained card, and then the gates. Nothing has changed here. You absolutely have to play all 9 of these cards. If you're not playing Unchained properly. And then for the traps, we're on 3 and 2. I still don't think Wailing or the 3rd one of these is necessary. If you want to play it, that's fine. And same with Fenrir. Fenrir is a horrible card in this deck. I do not want to be summoning a Fenrir and then losing the nib. And like having another Fenrir in hand. Like, yes, it's good, I just don't like it. If you want to play it, that's fine, but I don't think Fenrir is that good of a card. I'd rather see like a hand trap. Now for the extra deck, we are on 3 Yama still. I'm a bad player, so I play 3. It's also a prosperity target. 2 Rage, 1. Honestly, you could cut this for the 2nd Caesar. A lot of the times people were bouncing my Caesar with the with Anti-Zeus, which was kind of funny. So I guess I didn't really need a 2nd Caesar. Then for the links, I didn't summon this once. The reason why you can have this in here is because when you're Fiend locked, you don't want to be summoning this because you can't, obviously. So you can just go into this and then spin a card. But SP was 100% crazy during this match. Shout out to Sean for a match there. That was pretty wild. We forgot SP coming back, and it definitely changed the game. I had like a Shyam on the field. I could have blinked away. So that was interesting. Really bad. Game 3, we both forgot about this effect to come back, and he lost his monster. I lost my link too, and it felt horrible. And then Griffin. I did Griffin once today. I did Griffin branded once. But I think this card's like absolutely not necessary anymore. Like, I feel like we can kind of move away from it and maybe play like a different kind of build. But I haven't really decided yet. It could have came up against Purely, but unfortunately that person just opened absolute trash. And then for the XYZs, the DDD package, and then Anti-Zeus and Zeus. This came up today for a format Zeus against a, it was in a grind game against Shirley, I believe. I threw this on top of it, and I just didn't want to, they were playing like a bunch of back row, so I just like made a format Zeus and just wiped the back row. I had no idea what they were, and I knew they weren't quick play spells or else I would have activated them. So it was kind of good. That's it for the extra deck. Now for the side deck, it's changed a bit. We're going to talk about that. I stopped playing D-Shifter and moved to DD Crow.
Good man.
So D-Shifter, yes, it is a blowout card, but the problem is you have to see it in your opening hand or it's just trash. And this is like so good against a bunch of other decks. And if you're a good player, you can actually manage your resources or your hand traps properly and hit them where it hurts. We're playing Droll because I was really horrified of Max, to be honest. He's like the best player in the room, and I did not want to get hit with Vanadium.
First place,
I couldn't play. Like, if you're not playing Nib or Droll, you're not playing the format correctly. It has to either be in your main or your side deck.
Yeah,
so
one other or both.
Yeah, like this is in our side because I wanted to play Nib. Other than that, that's for the monsters. We're still on the anti-spell. I want to be a D-gen. I don't like Mistaken Arrest. I really like playing against decks where they have to set their cards and I can just go Zeus, ha 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 ha. Or just pop it and just play anyways. And Abomination, like when you look at your spells, like your spell count is pretty small. You're playing 9 spells. This is essentially a trap. And then this doesn't really matter. Like turn 0, after you've already digged for your stuff, you're pretty much winning. And like a lot of the time, you'll side this out anyways, going first or second, like depending on the matchup for more hand traps, or even for this. So like you're really playing 3 traps, and then this card that you should only be really using going first to dig for this. So kind of mid. Mistaken Rest is also a good option though. And then I'm playing the 3 talents. So I ended up bumping up the talents to 3. It wasn't the greatest, but it did help me like rip a hand where against Rescue Ace, where they had emergency, econ, and then I think a Fenrir or something like that. And they hand trapped me, so I ripped their Fenrir and didn't really care about what they had to summon. You know, I had Ash in hand, so it was pretty crazy. And then for the fall, we are playing the 2 Cosmics and the 1 Duster because I respect back row. And Runic, there was actually a Runic Sun player here. Shout out to Thomas, you're an absolute menace. But yeah, I drew this as my 6th card versus Rescue Ace after in game 2. And I hand trapped them, and then I was like, oh, I'm absolutely losing to these set cards. And then I just drew into this, and I had the Arua, Tour Guide, and then Trap in hand.
That's disgusting. And you just top deck Duster.
Yeah, top deck Duster, and he pretty much just lost right there on the spot. You absolutely have to play, like, Duster is crazy. I could see, like, you cutting, like, these 2 for thrusts, playing it, and, like, playing, like, it evenly or whatever, or a D-barrier. Like, it's fine, but I really wanted to play just, like, very standard. Like, I didn't want to have to think about much of my lines. I wanted to let hand trap my opponent and then just chew down what the deck does best. You know, dogs love to eat. So other than that, you know, that's pretty much very standard that you guys have seen on the channel. I've played this deck for quite a while now, so if you guys want to see other stuff, look in the video, look on the channel. You'll see a bunch of Unchained replays. Some of them are better than others. Don't banish your this. Don't banish this off of Prosperity and then absolutely immediately activate this. It feels horrible when you do that. But yeah.
How many times did you draw Blue Dog today?
I drew Blue Dog once.
Yeah, and now you see what happens, first place.
Blue Dog once, you know, he decided to be a good boy again at this regionals. But I drew this twice, but
that was not as bad.
You can summon this from hand, and it feels actually pretty good. As well as, I did draw this twice. I drew this twice, but I got to pitch it off of the bomb, and then it's just a graveyard, so it's pretty much free. But yeah, Shyama keeps being a good boy, so we keep playing the deck. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.
Shout out Coach Bet.